Hello, YouTube, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about why I'm scared for the future that is Metroid Prime 4. Now, as some of you guys may know, yesterday, the day that I'm recording this, which was January 25th, it is now January 26th, and when I post this, it'll be the 27th, but whatever. Anyways, though, yesterday, Nintendo came out and announced that they were completely restarting development. Okay, now for Metroid Prime 4. And the reasoning behind it is very simple. It's they just weren't happy with the current state of the game. They felt like it didn't encapsulate the original Metroid Prime feelings, and that they were switching developers over to Retro Studios. Now, some of you guys, I've already seen a lot of guys and gals, for that matter, celebrating that the game was switching studios to Retro Studios. So I just want to point this out. I don't know if a lot of people realize this or not, but most of the team, in fact all of the team behind the original Metroid Prime games, have left Retro Studios. In fact, they left Retro a long time ago. So this is not, I think, as secure of a bet as people think it is, okay? Switching developers is never a good sign for any project, any game, no matter what way you view it, okay? And then completely scrapping everything, I mean, that's just all in itself like a really bad sign about the original state of Metroid Prime 4. So, the Switch is not as good of a thing as I think people are assuming it's going to be. I think people are assuming that Retro is the studio to make it because they made the original games well. That team is no longer there. That team is gone. They left a long time ago. Retro barely resembles how it looked in the original days. I think they have a completely new president and everything. They're just not the same team that they once were. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that I don't think that they won't make a good game. I do think Retro Studios will make a good game. What I'm saying is that I think people need to tamper down their expectations a little bit about, it being completely like the original Primes. Personally, as some of you guys may remember or may not, I felt that the original Metroid Prime had a lot of just bad game choices, game design choices and whatnot, mostly due to awkward 3D platforming, just a number of issues, okay? So I think that there's definitely room for them to improve on and everything, and I think with modern game design choices and whatnot, I think that Metroid Prime 4 is safe in their hands, okay? The other thing that makes me nervous about Metroid Prime 4, currently speaking, is I'm actually very nervous that Nintendo is going to cancel this game. Now, some of you guys may be thinking, well, Banziku, what brings you to that conclusion? Why do you think Nintendo would cancel this major AAA game, this major game that they've been hyping up and teasing? Well, one, it's not the first time Nintendo's canceled a AAA game because it didn't meet their expectations. I don't know if anybody remembers the little game called Project Hammer on the Wii, but Nintendo hyped that game up like crazy at E3 2006, and then it was subsequently canceled because no matter what they did, they just couldn't make a build of the game they liked. And I think that can happen to Metroid Prime 4. I definitely think that that's a possibility that I don't think people are considering. Now, the other thing, okay, is Metroid Prime 4, you guys, needs to sell well. I don't know how to explain that or how to say that any other, nicer way, but this is a game now that, effectively enough, is going to be in development for 5 to 6 years, okay? And then on top of that, they're having to restart development. Now, none of that stuff is cheap, okay? Restarting development from the ground up, building an entire new engine, none of that stuff is free, okay? We're talking about the potential that they've already spent millions on this game, and that being doubled, maybe even tripled, with an extra delayed launch cycle, okay? So, oh my gosh, my flipping heater, I'm sorry, you guys. So, that's one thing I'm not seeing people consider is this game selling well. This game has to sell well, you guys. And I really think that if this game does not sell well, if Nintendo does not get the return investment that they are looking for on Metroid Prime 4, I definitely think that they will put the Metroid series on hold again. And the reason why is because they've done it in the past. Once again, Metroid Other M didn't meet sales expectations. So what happened? They put Metroid Prime, well, they put Metroid as a series on hold. They've done this with other series. F-Zero, as much as people beg for a new F-Zero game, F-Zero GX on the GameCube did not sell well. It's just the way how things work. Games that sell well don't get sequels. Games that don't sell well don't get sequels. It's just the way how business works, okay? And Metroid Prime, to me, is going to be a very costly endeavor. So this game needs to sell well. Just plain and simple. I would say originally I think they probably pegged it around, 2 million, 3 million sales, which may not sound like the most copies. I know some people are like, oh, Mario Odyssey sold 12 million. Well, you got to consider Metroid Prime 1 only sold around 2 million copies, and that's the best-selling game in the series. So you have to consider that their initial sales expectations may have been lowered. So because of that, now we're looking at them doubling those expectations, because now they're pretty much doubling their stock into the game. They're doubling down on their money and everything. And the return expectation is Metroid Prime 4 to do well in sales. And critically, of course. But, yeah, though, so that's why, personally enough, currently speaking, I am scared for Metroid Prime 4. I'm scared that it will either get canceled. I'm scared that Retro Studios might not be able to meet that original charm that they had. And I'm also scared that this could be the end of the Metroid series for a little while due to it failing sales expectations. But, that's just my thoughts, you guys. Please take it easy on me on the likes and dislikes and comments on this video. I know I'm being a little negative and everything, and I'm sorry, but this is just all that's going on in my mind, and I felt like I needed to get it out there on a video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Am I just talking out of my rear end, or am I raising some good points? And if you like this video, like it down below, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Have a wonderful day, YouTube, and peace.